Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Rahmat-i-Alam by SYED Sulaiman Nadvi. Muhammad, peace be upon him. Mercy for the Universe. Translated by A.Rauf Luther. Chapter 23. UHUD Campaign. The fire flickering in the hearts of Makkans in revenge for the Badr loss made Abu Sufyan to collect enough money from the citizens for a great war against the Muslims for their annihilation. Two Quraysh poets were engaged to inflame this fire by reciting their poems. One of them was the same person who had been caught in the Badr campaign and was released by the Prophet's kindness. These poets went from tribe to tribe and instigated the people to war against Muslims of Medina. The fire of war had been famed to the extent that Makkans wanted. The Quraysh women too encouraged the Quraysh soldiers. Among them was Abu Sufyan's wife Hinda. Atwa, the father of Hinda, Jubair bin Mut'im, her uncle, and been killed in Badr campaign. She tried to flare up the Quraysh against the Muslims. She hired a slave named Wahshi to kill Hazrat Hamza at the price of his freedom, and he had consented. Such were the preparations in Makkah, and nothing was still known in Medina. Hazrat Abbas, the Prophet's uncle, sent a quick rider to Medina to inform the Prophet of the Makkans' planning. As soon as the messenger reached, the Quraysh forces had reached Medina. The people posted some guard for the protection of the city, and some were given instructions for intelligence. The morning approached. He consulted his companions, who said that women folk be sent out of the city to some fort, and men should stay behind to face the enemy, having support of the city walls. The leader of the hypocrites, Abdullah bin Ubay, suggested the same. The Muslim youths were boiling with anger. They laid stress on meeting the enemy out of Medina. The Prophet came home, put on the coat of mail, and went back. Muslims followed him. The Quraysh had reached Medina. They had encamped at Uhud hills. They encamped for 2 days. The third day was Friday, and the Prophet offered Friday prayers and came out of the city with 1,000 companions. 300 personnel had allegiance to Abdullah hypocrite. He took his people back by saying, Muhammad, peace be upon him, does not agree to my proposal. Only 700 mujahids were left behind, and 100 out of them had their coats of mail. Some youngsters had expressed their desire to take part in the war. They had expressed their sentiments. Rafi bin Khadij, when told that he was too young to take part in this war, he tried to stand on his toes to look taller. It is true that the fire of life burns with the fuel of sentiments of the youth of the nation. The Muslims stood by the side of the Uhud hills and arranged their army. There was a pass in the hills. Entry of the enemy was feared from that pass. So the Prophet posted 50 archers to safeguard that pass. They had been instructed not to leave that pass in any case, even if the war seemed in their own favor. The war began. The Quraysh women were beating small drums and were singing bridges for the departed Makkans in the Badr campaign. They were infusing enmity in their people against the Muslims. The Quraysh column moved outside, and Talha was carrying the flag. Hazrat Ali Murtaza marched forward and hit him hard with his sword. Talha died and fell down there and then. Then his son came forward. He too was killed by Hazrat Hamza. Now the war took a furious turn, and both the armies were attacking each other with the best of their strength. Swords, spears, and other weapons were freely used. Hazrat Hamza, Hazrat Ali, Abu Dujan Ansari penetrated into the enemy ranks and went on killing their soldiers. It was a queer war between truth and falsehood. The father was fighting against the son, and son against his father. Hanzala, a companion, asked the Prophet's permission to fight against his father, but he was refused. In this war, the Muslims were showing great courage and bravery. They were thirsting the enemy till the Quraysh lost the ground. The Muslims began to plunder the enemies. The archers on the pass left their place to take part in the plunder. The chief Abdullah bin Jubair had asked them not to leave the pass, but they thought that the war was over and of their own came down the hills. To be continued. If you like the video, then please share it and subscribe to the channel. Press the bell icon and click on all. Jazakumullah khairan katheera. Thank you.